Okay, page 5. Find number 9. We're good? Did you find it in your workbook? There's 5 men, 4 women, and you're seating them in a row. So why don't you draw me 9 blanks here? Okay, you need to put 2 men at the beginning of the row and 2 men at the end of the row. Okay, so this is, I have to have men here. Okay, ready? Where my finger is, how many choices do I have? 5. I have to put a man. I got 5 men to put. Okay, next spot. How many options do I have? 4. Okay, I'm going to flip to this spot. How many choices do I have? 3 men left to pick from. And 2. Then I could put anything going on in the middle. How many people do I have left to position? 5 more people, and they can go anywhere. So all of this is happening, all of it's happening simultaneously, right? So I'm just timesing. Everything is just getting timesed. Okay. A hockey arena has 5 doors on number 14. Determine the number of ways you can go through one door, and then you have to exit out another door. Okay, so I'll show you 2 ways. Let me see which one makes the most sense here. Okay, what if I did this, a 5 and a 2? What kind of letter would you put in there? Are you just choosing 2 doors, or are you switching the order of your 2 doors? Does the order matter of your 2 doors? So then what letter? P? Or I could do this kind of method. Enter, exit. How many doors do you have to pick to go into the building? 5. And if you have to leave through a different door, now you only have 4 choices. Okay? If this question just said you could go in and out any door, like you could go out the same door, what would your answer be for your choices? 25 ways, because you could still do a 5 and a 5. Okay? But this one said you had to go out a different one, so you can't pick that one. Flip, number 19. Okay, we got 4 dogs, 5 cats, 3 horses. You're arranging these animals in a row. How many ways could you arrange them if each type of animal must be grouped together? Okay, so here's what's going on. How many groups do I have to move around? 3. I could put the dogs and then the cats and then the horses, or I could go cats, dogs, horses, right? Or horses, cats, dogs. I can move 3 groups around. Then what could I do within the dogs? I could move my dogs around. What could I do within the cats? I could move them around. What could I do within the horses? I could move the horses around. So this is the same one we did in our notes. How many groups are you moving, and how can you move within the groups? Okay, and that one is all what? Operation? All multiply, right? Okay, I had one more here I think I circled. Determine how many 4-digit numbers greater than 4,000 can be used using these digits if repetition, you cannot repeat. Okay, so what is situation number 1? It could start with a 4. So if I have to be greater than 4,000, I could start with a 4. Or what else could you do? You could start with a 5. Oops. Or you could start with a 6. Okay, now do we understand that we would add, right? Because I'm either a 4 at the start or a 5 at the start or a 6. Okay, how many choices do you have to put a 4? You only have 1. Okay, once you've used a 4, so cover up your 4, how many options do you have to put something into this spot? There's what, 2, there's 4 more digits, right? You can't repeat. So if you've used a 4, you can't use it now. And then if you had 4 options here, now you should only have 3, and then 2, because you cannot repeat. So if you use something, your options get less. Or if you had started with a 5, so now we're like resetting. If I start this with a 5, there was 1 option to do that. What do you think about this? Is it just going to be the same? Okay, so 4 times 3 times 2 is 24. Are you okay if 24 plus 24 plus 24, if I just do it times it by 3? So there's 72 digits.